How many times have you tried and failed to get up at 5 AM every day? How many times have you tried and failed to exercise regularly, to meditate, to do yoga, to drink less, to stop scrolling, to meal prep, to learn to draw, play the piano, play the guitar, speak Spanish? At what point do you say, maybe there's something wrong here. Maybe I'm not fundamentally flawed. Maybe I'm just trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Maybe there's something wrong with this entire idea of self-improvement in the first place. Now, this isn't a just accept who you are because you're perfect as you are. No, you're fucked, actually. Oh, sort of. Let me explain. Hi, my name is Jack. I'm a wee man from the bonny banks of Scotland. And from the age of 11 until the age of about 28, I lived with a baseline level of anxiety in my nervous system and in my life. It wasn't until a long process with ayahuasca that I also discovered that I had undiagnosed pure OCD, which is the OCD which is just the intrusive thoughts instead of flicking the light switch on and off 36 times. I never understood that I had pure OCD because what was going on in your mind is just the only reality you know of, so you accept this as the norm. This is what people experience, right? But now, at the ripe old age of 29, I can honestly say that I have zero anxiety. My OCD is gone, and that my baseline level of reality is peace and contentment. Most of the time, not perfect obviously. I have honestly tried everything to try and solve my problems, to fix myself, to heal my mind. Therapy, breathwork, meditation, hypnotism, manifesting, traveling the world, building a business, becoming a digital nomad, dating. And on paper I was living the life I'd always wanted. The dream I had when I was younger was to become a digital nomad, make 10 grand a month and live in places like Colombia. And I was a digital nomad, I was making 10 grand a month and I was living in Colombia, and yet I was absolutely fucking miserable. Now, I didn't get into a Jim Carrey level of success and fame where I crushed everything for years, got to the top of world society, and then I realised the emptiness of everything. But I did realise that something needed to change. So let me show you what I've learned. Right now, you feel miserable, A. And you want to get to the place where you feel contented and joy, B. And so you try a million different things to get from A to B, the things that we've already mentioned: yoga, exercise, alcohol, building a business, getting a relationship, blah, 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 blah. But if you never address the misery at A, then you're never going to achieve true peace, bliss, enlightenment, and joy, B, because everything you're doing, even the healthy stuff like exercise, is just you trying to escape from what is. Now, this is where awareness comes in. There's an audiobook by Anthony DeMello, who's an Indian-Italian spiritual guru, called Awareness, and it's one of the best things I've ever listened to. You should definitely check it out on audiobook because he's a phenomenal entertainer. But there's a quote I want to share with you. What you're aware of, you're in control of, and what you're not aware of is in control of you. You're always a slave to what you're not aware of. When you're aware of it, you're free from it. It's there, but you're not affected by it. That's the basic idea. We constantly try to do, but we are completely blind to what's actually going on the inside. So our actions are tainted, they're corrupted, they're coming from the wrong place inside, and it is impossible to take the right action if you are not coming from a place of clarity. Because here's the thing, you don't even give a fuck about six-pack abs. You don't care about being ripped. You don't care about being rich. All you want is the feeling that these things are going to give you. You want the feeling of success that money's going to give you, the feeling of freedom. You want the feeling of strength that six-power abs is going to give you. You want the feeling of love that a relationship's going to give you. And the only way to get that feeling for real is to do the inner work. To quote another hero of mine, Jiddu Krishnamurti, what you want is a radical change in the subconscious. No outward action, even the will, can change the unconscious, for it is deeper than you can possibly comprehend. By relaxing everything, including the will, the unconscious starts to free its own limitations. You don't need to do anything. In fact, you need to stop doing. That's your fucking problem in the first place. There is only one change that you need to make in your life. You need to become more aware. It is a non-negotiable. And there's only one way to do this. You need to sit in a chair for 60 minutes a day, Naval Ravikant style.
It's self-therapy. It's just that instead of paying a therapist to sit there and listen to you, you're listening to yourself.
And become aware of what's happening in your awareness. No object of concentration, no focusing on the breath, no focusing on mantras. All you're going to do is sit in the observer seat of consciousness and become aware of what's happening. If the mind runs away with you, all you need to do is be aware of what the mind's doing. You don't have to change it. If you get sensations in the body, all you need to do is focus on the sensations of the body. The point is to become aware of everything, not to try and change anything. That's the process. And it's going to be fucking torture at first. Sitting in a chair for 60 minutes and doing nothing will be torture. But after a while, it becomes a joy. Because becoming ever more aware to to the finer parts of your mind is how you come up with a solution to every single problem in your life and how you understand the secrets of the universe. I can give you the example of my life. Until I was aware that I had pure OCD, I was absolutely powerless to do anything about it. I didn't even know it was fucking there, in the background of my mind, absolutely ruining my life. Once I did the ayahuasca, once I discovered it, within 3 months it was gone. Actually gone. And to bring it full circle, as a result of sitting in a chair and doing nothing for hours every day, by becoming aware of my mind and my emotions and all the suppressed things that are happening within my consciousness, all the things that I used to try and do from the outside in to change myself, I now do effortlessly. I eat healthy, I meditate for hours, I can sit and write, I can work all day if I want to. I don't drink very much. I talk to anyone, I exercise regularly. You know, I'm now working on things that I'm genuinely passionate about. In other words, I've achieved the inner mastery and alignment that I used to try and do from going outside in. But the difference is you need to go from the inside out. You fix the problems that are happening internally, and then whatever actions, whatever behaviours that are natural to you, which are healthy, will just happen automatically. You don't have to force it. That's how it works. The only thing you need to do to solve all your fucking problems is to sit in a chair for 60 minutes a day and become aware. The only problem is no one does it. So just fucking do it. Thank you.